Hey, hello everyone. Super fast video today, but this is a super cool feature that we have in Visual Studio. We have agents, and a lot of people were asking questions about which is the easiest way to add my own MCP servers to Visual Studio. So let's go to show basically how you can do this with external servers, your own servers, and more. By the way, I always subscribe, like, and more. Let's switch for that. So this is the formal announcement. This is the formal documentation. You can see here that we have everything that you need to do. And the whole idea is that you need to add the .mcp.json file on the solution there. There are ways to do this, but this is one of the most easiest ones. So what we have here, I have here a console application. And what I am going to do is basically add a new file with that information. Now we have the file here, it's ready to be added, and I am going to use one of the popular servers that we have. There is a full list of servers. There are tons of MCP servers that we can use. I like the Fetch one because it's kind of an easy one. It runs in Docker, which is kind of nice. And somewhere here in the documentation, you have the info of how you can do this, add this to your server. So if you want to use Docker in example, what you need to do is add the server, and this is the info that you need to have. So let's copy that and add it into the Visual Studio file. By the way, before I add this, everything that we are going to see is going to be available in the agent mode, where we see that we have some tools here. We only have GitHub Copilot. And if we add this and we save, we are going to see that we are going to have more tools available right now in agent. And now I can start to use this. Let's ask Copilot to open a blog post feed and then start to summarize the last entries. Let's give it a try. It's going to ask me permission to use the fetch and to do this. Let's do this, allow this time, run the fetch. And I have here my latest entries, which is how to use a GPT image one to generate images, which is kind of cool. And what's happening if we want to use this with our own MCP server? So in example, I have here one of the eShop Lite solutions. This is a big demo that involves the eShop Lite browser. So let's give this a try while it starts. So we have here the whole application, and the application is an e-commerce website that when it's up and running, is going to show us a list of products. And then it's also going to show us here squaring. I will have access to tools, like in example, get park information, or do a semantic search of product, like an example. So there's something to go hiking on a rainy day. When I perform this search, I am going to have a list of products, and it's going to do a semantic search using an MCP server and more. And I can take a look at all of that. In order to use this, we added the mcp.mcp.json file to the solution, pointing to the local host server where we have our MCP. And now in GitHub Copilot, we are going to see that in the tools, we have the 5 servers, the 5 tools that we have here, the eShop MCP with the 5 tools, and we can ask questions like an example, suggest something to go hiking on a rainy day. Now we have the tool here. We have the definition of MCP up and running. So we have localhost and the port and SSE in order to do this. And I can see that in Copilot chat, we have the tools here, where we see the server and the 5 tools, and we can start to use it here.